today. Today is a different day. I'm going to talk about college students and high school students who are doing your research or your term paper or your thesis, okay? So, in the past few days, bumabalik na naman yung mga estudyante sa akin and they were asking me about the research. So, the good news is, dahil for more than 2 years now na marami yung mga estudyanteng nag-reach out sa akin asking for help for research. I am writing a book right now, malapit nang matapos, for high school students, for college students, and for those who are doing your masters. Itong book na sinulat ko is about writing a research or thesis, okay? The book that's gonna be coming this year is all about lahat ng courses na ino-offer ng mga universities. Starting from if you're doing medicine, nursing, midwifery, engineering, agriculture, education, midwifery, you're doing vocational courses, you're doing social sciences courses, you're doing HRM, you're doing tourism, you're doing ICT. All these courses gonna be covered in my book on how to write research. So, this book gonna be the future of your kids kung may mga maliliit kay mga bata ngayon. Because I've noticed that every time I tour around sa mga bookstores in the Philippines, bibihira lang akong nakikita ng book on how to write a research sa lahat ng kurso. So what I did is I created this book na sinunod ko lahat kung anong mga kursong ino-offer ngayon sa ating bansa and other countries para may guidance yung mga anak ninyo when they go to college, when they are in high school. And you can use these books. This book that I wrote for Writing Research and Thesis ay may mga examples lahat for carpentry to plumbing to baking to culinary, sa mga cooking and everything. May mga examples ako sa mga thesis or research. So, it's like a guiding tool ng mga estudyante na alam kong nahihirapan kayo how to formulate a title, how to create a title, how to choose a topic, paano kayo mag-create ng abstract, paano kayo mag-create paano kayo gumawa ng objectives, paano pa kayo gumawa ng action research or proposal. This book is complete with how you're gonna use, what theoretical framework that you're gonna use, and etc. So, itong book na ito, abangan nyo malapit nang matapos. It's almost like about maybe 200 pages itong book na ito dahil ginawa kong lahat ng kurso, okay? Na mag-guide ko kayo. So, speaking of research and thesis, i-share ko sa inyo kung isa sa mga coverage na nilagay ko sa book na ito is how to start with the body or the content of your research. Either pinaka-common na research, either you're doing qualitative research, you're doing quantitative research, you're doing descriptive research, or you're doing action research, or you're doing a term paper, kung anong klaseng term paper ginagawa niyo for high school. So, when I made my first video for research, I talk about asking question, the why question. But I'm gonna add 5 more of this why, which is what, who, when, where, why, and how. Okay? Itong mga 5 questionings na to, or 6 questions na to, the 5 W's and 1 H, ito yung mga guiding tool ninyo on how you can improve doon sa body or when you're doing your literature. Okay? You can also use these 6 words, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, when you're doing your abstract, when you're doing your introduction, when you're doing your literature, and even when you're doing your conclusion and your recommendation. So, isa-side ko sa inyo kung paano nyo ito gagamitin itong 5 W's and 1 H, okay, when you're doing it. Now, we're gonna start when you start your abstract, okay? We're gonna start it. Kasi kalimitan kayo, pag pinapagawa kayo ng thesis or research, pinapasubmit muna kayo ng title at objective. When you do your objective, kailangan i-apply nyo yung 5 W's and 1 H. Bakit? Kasi sa objective, kung ako yung teacher ninyo, I want to know why you're using that title, why you choose that topic. What are the things that, think about, okay? Tandaan nyo yung mga sinasabi ko. I'm using the why, what, when, where, who, what, or how, okay? When you're doing your objective, I need to know why you choose that topic. What are the things that I can learn from that topic? Who are you addressing that topic to? Sino yung ina-address mo dun sa topic na yun? When do you think is the best way to address the problem in your research? Okay. How are you going to illustrate or demonstrate to me doon kung ano yung mga problema doon sa topic mo? So I'm using those 5 W's and 1 H. Okay? Yun lang yun sa objectives na yun. Now, anong sunod sa objectives? So, you're gonna do your introduction, right? Let's say for example, ito yung scenario na ibibigay ko sa inyo kasi ito yung kalimitang nilare ko sa akin ng mga estudyante when they reach me out. Okay? Nung nag-submit na sila ng title, of course, tinulungan ko sila sa title, and then topic na choose, I help them what topic that they can choose. I help them formulate kung ano yung objective nila because minsan talagang hindi, may mga estudyante talagang mahina talaga when it comes to making the objective. Dahil hindi nila naintindihan mismo. When you do your objective, itong tandaan nyo, okay? If you are a high school student ngayon or college students, when you do your objective, always look back. Punta ka uli. Evaluate kung ano yung mga variables mo doon sa title mo. If you have 3 variables, then you base your variables mula doon sa mga objectives mo. Let's say, I'll give you an example, okay? This is an example. Let's say the problem of medical students when it comes to clinical simulations and use of clinical tools. Kunwari, iyan ang title natin. So, yung clinical simulation is another variable. Yung clinical tools is another variable. Yung mga medical students, another thing that you have to discuss. Sino yun? Ano yung mga needs nila? So, always remember, when you are creating your objective, check whatever variable you have. Yun yung solbahin mong problema na yun. Dun sa variables mo. Okay? Now, when it comes to introduction again. Pag sa introduction, pinaka mabilis when it comes to introduction is identify and define what's your title. What are your variables? So you go back again, the 5 W's. What, who, when, where, why, and how. Pag yung 5 na yun, 6 with the how, ay magagamit mo when you're doing introduction in your thesis. Mabilis kang makapag-create ng paragraph. Okay? Especially when you're working with the 5 W's and H. Okay? Every time you write a paragraph, always ask the question, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Who are you referring this paragraph to? Okay. Where are the variables that you want to discuss? Okay. Why there is a problem in your title? Okay. What is the problem? How can you elaborate or simplify the variables that you cited? Paano mo yun explain using those 5 W's and 1 H? So that's your introduction, right? So, nasa sayo kung paano mo i-layout yung 5 W's and 1 H. Make sure na napifit yun doon sa pinaka-title mo. Now, let's go to your related literature. Alam kong kalimitan dito kayo nangangapa eh. Dito kayo nahihirapan eh. Kasi minsan iniisip niyo, oo, ang hirap nito. Paano ko kaya ito connect? Paano ko kaya ito i-relate dito sa theory na to? Think about, excuse me, think about yung problema. Let's say you have a problem in your research that you want to explain. Ang ibig sabihin pag related literature, you just gather whatever locally or internationally related dun sa problema na susolbahin mo. I'll give you an example. Let's say the problem right now is about blended learning. That the students are struggling, especially the students who don't have technological resources, that they cannot study really good because they don't have laptop, they don't have Wi-Fi, etc. Now, that is your research, right? When you do your survey, ito yung nakukuha mong problema. So when you Google or when you find an article regarding to na topic, i-connect mo lang yun. Huwag mong pahirapan yung sarili mo. Kung ano yung sinabi doon sa literature na nakuha mo, just explain it and connect it to the problem that you're having right now. That's what it's called related literature. To prove that, oh, based on my study, based on my research, the students in let's say I'm just making this up, okay? The students in University of Mitsubishi are experiencing hardship with technological resources because of blended learning, because of financial constraint. So then I found an article about, oh, this is happening in Africa, that many poor students are struggling with technological resources because they cannot afford. You can connect that. Make sure you reference it because that's supposed to be related literature. Nangyayari din pala. So I just need, if I'm your teacher, I just need proof that yung result na nakuha mo ay may related literature din yun na nangyayari pala yun. That makes your research convincing. And then at the so you summarize it, right? You summarize it. Ganito, when you summarize, you start when you're defining it. What's the problem it? What did you do? What are your surveys? What are the results? And then the last thing that you need to do is your recommendation. So all these things that I'm explaining to you right now, paano ka mag-write ng research or term paper mo, ay nandito sa book na sinusulat ko. I-post ko to, isasama ko sa blog ko once the book is ready. Dahil I know, ito yung future ng mga anak ninyo, lalo na maliliit pa sila ngayon, they're elementary or they're in high school. They're gonna struggle more dahil limited na ngayon ang mga resources. Some people cannot afford to buy books. They're very expensive na sa ibang bansa pa nanggagaling. So I'm making sure na i-cover ko lahat kung ano yung kailangan sa mga estudyante dito sa book na to. So watch for it. I hope mas makakatulong ako sa mga nanay, sa mga estudyante ngayon na nangangailangan ng tulong when it comes to writing research. So I'm here to help you, to guide you. Kilalan nyo ng mga natutulungan kong mga estudyante na nakagraduate na. So I'm very grateful. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, share this video sa mga nanay, mga estudyante na kailangan nila talaga ng tulong. Bye for now. See you next time.